Welcome to Module 14, Supporting Skills that Increase Your Value. This is where we stop thinking about skill, like a single shiny badge, and start thinking like an operator building a value stack. Your primary income skill is the main engine. It is the thing most directly connected to how you earn money. But supporting skills are what make that engine stronger, cleaner, faster, and more valuable in the market. A copywriter who understands sales, AI analytics, and offer strategy is not just writing words. She is helping move revenue. A designer who understands brand positioning, user experience, and client communication is not just making things pretty. She is solving a business problem with visual intelligence. An AI automation specialist who understands operations, documentation, and client onboarding is not just connecting tools. They are building business infrastructure. That is the point of this module. Your supporting skills turn your primary skill from a task into a transformation. One skill gets you in the room. The right stack makes you hard to ignore. This module is about identifying the supporting skills that make your primary income skill more valuable. We are not collecting random skills like shiny coins in a dragon cave. We are building a strategic skill stack. You will learn the difference between a primary skill and a supporting skill. You will see why supporting skills increase your earning power. You will understand which categories of skills matter most in a one-person business. And you will build your own value multiplier map so you know exactly what to strengthen next. The goal is not to become good at everything. That is how people become exhausted, unfocused, and weirdly proud of being overwhelmed. The goal is to become more useful in a specific direction. A supporting skill should help you market better, sell better, deliver better, communicate better, automate better, or make smarter decisions. If it does not support your direction, it is probably distraction dressed up as self-improvement. Your empire does not need random talent. It needs compounding capability. Let's define the difference. Your primary income skill is the core skill you use to create value and make money. Your supporting skills are the complementary abilities that make your primary skill easier to sell, easier to deliver, and more valuable to the buyer. For example, if your primary skill is AI automation, supporting skills might include process mapping, client communication, CRM knowledge, workflow documentation, and basic sales operations. If your primary skill is coaching, supporting skills might include content creation, offer design, facilitation, sales conversations, and curriculum development. If your primary skill is marketing, supporting skills might include copywriting, analytics, AI research, design taste, and campaign planning. The primary skill creates the core result. The supporting skills improve the result, the experience, and the business outcome. This distinction matters because many people either underbuild or overbuild. Underbuilding looks like, I can do the task, but I cannot explain the value. Overbuilding looks like, I am learning 17 unrelated things because focus feels suspicious. We are not doing either. We are building a stack that makes sense. Supporting skills matter because the market does not only pay for technical ability. The market pays for useful outcomes. Someone may hire you because you can write, design, automate, coach, manage, analyze, or sell, but they keep paying you, and often pay you more, when you understand the bigger business context. Can you communicate clearly? Can you diagnose the real problem? Can you make the client's life easier? Can you connect your work to revenue, time savings, risk reduction, customer experience, or operational clarity? Can you use AI and systems to deliver faster without lowering quality? That is where value increases. Two people may have the same primary skill. The one with the stronger supporting skills often becomes the more trusted, more strategic, more expensive option. This is not about being fancy. This is about being effective. Supporting skills are how you move from I can complete this task to I can help solve this problem. That shift changes everything. Supporting skills help you move from task provider to strategic operator. A task provider waits for instructions. A strategic operator understands the outcome. A task provider says, "Tell me what to do." A strategic operator says, "What are we trying to make happen? What is blocking it? And what is the smartest way to move forward?" That is a different level of value. Let's say someone hires you to create content. A task provider writes posts. A strategic operator understands the offer, the buyer, the objection, the platform, the call to action, the repurposing system, and the metrics that show whether the content is actually doing its job. Same general category, completely different value. Supporting skills are what give you the ability to see the full picture. And in a one-person business, full picture thinking is priceless. You are not here to become a pair of hands. You are here to become a high-value brain with systems, standards, and leverage. That is the operator shift. The first major supporting skill category is communication. Communication is not a soft skill. It is a money skill wearing a polite outfit. Your ability to write, speak, explain, ask questions, present ideas, and clarify expectations affects everything. It affects your marketing, your sales conversations, your client relationships, your delivery, and your reputation. If people cannot understand your value, they cannot confidently buy from you. If clients cannot understand your process, they may become anxious, confused, or suddenly very committed to sending just checking in emails. Strong communication reduces friction. It helps you explain what you do, why it matters, what happens next, what you need from the client, what the boundaries are, and how the work connects to the outcome. No matter what your primary skill is, communication increases its value. Clear communication creates trust. Trust creates decisions. Decisions create revenue. The second supporting skill category is sales and client understanding. You do not need to become a pushy sales goblin. Please do not. But you do need to understand how people make buying decisions. That means understanding pain, urgency, desired outcomes, objections, trust, timing, and perceived value. Sales is not just closing. Sales is diagnosis. Can you ask better questions? Can you understand what the client actually needs? Can you explain your offer in a way that connects to their problem? Can you handle hesitation with clarity instead of panic? Can you follow up without sounding like a haunted invoice? Sales skill makes almost every primary skill more profitable. A brilliant skill with weak sales ability often stays hidden. A solid skill with strong diagnosis, positioning and communication can create real income. Your job is not to manipulate people. Your job is to help the right people understand the value of the right solution. This is ethical sales, and it is a serious supporting skill. The third supporting skill category is systems and project management. This is where your work becomes easier to repeat, easier to improve, and easier to trust. A one-person business cannot run on memory, vibes, and 17 power tabs named final, actually final. You need systems. Systems help you manage timelines, tasks, deliverables, communication, onboarding, revisions, follow-up, and quality control. Project management helps you turn promises into completed work. This matters because clients do not only judge the final deliverable, they judge the experience of working with you. Did you communicate clearly? Did you stay organized? Did you meet deadlines? Did you guide the process? Did the client feel held, not abandoned in a digital parking lot? Strong systems make your primary skill feel more premium. You can be talented and still feel chaotic, or you can be talented and operationally clean. The second one gets referred. The fourth supporting skill category is AI and automation. In the AI era, this is no longer optional for ambitious operators. AI can help you research, draft, summarize, plan, analyze, repurpose, brainstorm, document, and automate. Automation can help reduce repetitive work across tools, forms, emails, CRM updates, scheduling, content workflows, onboarding, and reporting. But here is the important part. AI and automation should support your judgment, not replace it. A person with a strong primary skill plus AI leverage can often produce faster, better, and more consistently than someone relying only on manual effort. For example, a consultant can use AI to prepare discovery questions, summarize client calls, draft strategy briefs, and create SOPs. A marketer can use AI to repurpose content, analyze campaigns, and draft email sequences. A project manager can use automation to trigger reminders, organize tasks, and update status boards. AI does not make you valuable by itself. AI makes a valuable person more leveraged. That is the move. The fifth supporting skill category is data and decision making. You do not need to become a data scientist to become more valuable, but you do need to understand the numbers that matter in your lane. If you are in marketing, you should understand reach, engagement, conversion, cost per lead, and content performance. If you are in sales, you should understand lead flow, call bookings, proposal rate, close rate, and average deal size. If you are in operations, you should understand capacity, cycle time, bottlenecks, error rates, and completion rates. If you are building your own one-person business, you should understand revenue, expenses, profit, cash flow, leads, sales, and delivery capacity. Data helps you make decisions from reality instead of emotional weather. And we all have emotional weather. Some days the forecast is panic with a chance of dramatic overthinking. Numbers help. They show what is working, what is leaking, and what needs attention. Better decisions increase your value. Better visibility increases your control. The sixth supporting skill category is brand and content. Brand and content help people discover, understand, and trust your value before they even speak to you. This matters especially for one-person businesses because your reputation is part of your infrastructure. Content lets you teach, clarify, demonstrate, and invite. Brand helps you become recognizable for a specific point of view, problem, audience, or outcome. You do not need to post every 5 minutes like the algorithm is holding your family hostage. You do need to communicate consistently enough that the right people understand what you do and why it matters. Brand and content support many primary income skills. A consultant with content has more authority. A coach with clear messaging has more trust. An AI specialist with educational posts has more demand. A designer with a strong portfolio and a point of view has more perceived value. Visibility is not vanity when it is connected to value. Content is how your skill enters the room before you do. So how do you choose which supporting skills to build? Start with your direction. Ask, what primary income skill am I building? Who do I want to serve? What problem do I want to solve? What would make me more useful to that audience? What would make my work easier to deliver, sell, and scale? Then choose based on leverage. A good supporting skill should do at least one of 5 things. It should help you attract better opportunities. It should help you communicate your value. It should help you sell more clearly. It should help you deliver better results. It should help you save time or scale capacity. If a skill does none of these things, it may still be interesting, but it may not belong in your current stack. There is nothing wrong with curiosity, but your business needs prioritization. Choose the supporting skill that creates the most practical improvement in your next 90 days. Not forever, next. That is how you build without becoming scattered. Let's look at a few examples. For an AI automation specialist, a strong stack could be workflow mapping, CRM knowledge, prompt design, documentation, client communication, and basic sales operations. For a copywriter, a strong stack could be offer strategy, buyer psychology, AI research, analytics, email marketing, and sales page structure. For a coach or consultant, a strong stack could be content creation, facilitation, sales conversions, curriculum design, client onboarding, and executive communication. For a project manager, a strong stack could be automation, client experience, financial tracking, SOP creation, reporting, and stakeholder communication. For a designer, a strong stack could be brand strategy, UX, copy basics, present, present, I can't even say this word right now, presentation design, client discovery, and AI assisted prototyping. Notice what all of these have in common. The supporting skills are not random. They make the primary skill more commercially useful. Your stack should tell a story, a clear story. It should make people think, oh, this person does not just know the task, this person understands the outcome. That is when your value rises. Let's talk about the mistakes. Mistake number 1, collecting skills with no strategy. Learning is beautiful, but if every new trend becomes your new identity, your business will need a search party. Mistake number 2, ignoring communication. You can be excellent at the work, but if you cannot explain the value, guide the client, or present the outcome, the market may not reward you properly. Mistake number 3, building only technical skills. Technical skill matters, but business context is what turns technical ability into income. Mistake number 4, trying to become perfect before offering value. You do not need every supporting skill before you begin. You need enough competence to move forward and enough humility to improve. Mistake number 5, choosing skills that do not match your direction. Your skill stack should compound. It should not look like a junk drawer with a LinkedIn profile. Choose intentionally. The goal is not more skills, the goal is more value. Now we are going to build your value multiplier map. This is a simple way to see what belongs in your stack. Start with your primary income skill in the center. Then add 3 supporting skills that would make that primary skill more valuable. Next, add 1 business skill you need to strengthen. For example, primary skill, AI automation, supporting skills, process mapping, client onboarding, CRM workflows, business skill, consultative sales. Or primary skill, coaching, supporting skills, content strategy, curriculum design, sales conversions, business skill, offer positioning. This map gives you a practical development path. It stops you from asking, "What should I learn?" in a vague, spiraling way. Instead, you ask, "What skill would increase my market value fastest based on my direction?" That is a better question. Your value multiplier map becomes your next layer of leverage. 1 primary skill, 3 supporting skills, 1 business skill. That is a stack you can actually build. Here is your action step. Create your skill stack map. Write down your primary income skill. Then choose 3 supporting skills that would increase your value in the market. Finally, choose 1 business skill you need to strengthen so you can attract, sell, deliver, or scale better. Do not overcomplicate this. You are not choosing your entire lifetime of learning. You are choosing the next layer of capability. Your primary skill gives you a way to create value. Your supporting skills increase the usefulness of that value. Your business skill helps you turn that value into income, trust, and momentum. That is the stack. And remember, you do not become high value because you know a lot of disconnected things. You become high value when your skills compound in one clear direction. Build the stack, increase the value, become harder to replace. Build the skills, build the systems, build the empire.